like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, so are you ready for this? Today we are diving deep into a match that no one saw coming. Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa.
Yeah. This one.
I mean, come on, you've got a team.
You've got a team, everyone
Expected to be,
at the bottom of the table, and
Oh,
they pull this off,
battling relegation.
and then all of a sudden,
Big upset, right?
huge upset, yeah.
So we've got all these reports and interviews, and what we really want to figure out is,
Yeah, how did this happen?
how did they do it? I mean, what does this mean for both of these teams going forward?
I think what's so interesting is that everyone, had Aston Villa winning this one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Especially coming off that Champions League victory, they were riding high.
Right.
And, a lot of people were saying that Forest just didn't have the depth in midfield.
Mm.
They were relying on these aging defenders.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was more than just a game. This was a clash of expectations, really.
Yeah. And the first half kind of played out that way.
Yeah, a little bit.
It was a slow burn,
Mm-hmm.
only one shot on target.
Yeah, very tactical.
Very tactical. It seemed like both teams were just kind of feeling each other out. But then you get to this moment where Elliot Anderson,
Oh, yeah.
it's a no penalty call.
Yeah, that was controversial.
It was really controversial.
That fleeting grab on Morgan Rogers in the box.
Yeah.
VAR took a look, and no penalty.
But that could have changed everything.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean-
not just the scoreline, but the whole momentum.
Well, momentum.
Remember Aston Villa, they're also playing in Champions League.
Yeah, busy.
So that early lead could have been massive.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, right? I mean, how much is VAR actually changing the game?
Right.
Is it making things fairer? Is it just making things more complex?
Yeah. I think for me, what stands out about that call is the inconsistency.
Okay, yeah.
We've seen similar incidents given as penalties this season.
I-
So it really does raise questions about how these referees are interpreting these rules.
For sure.
Is it a fleeting grab or is it a deliberate pull?
Right.
It's these nuances that drive fans and pundits crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely bonkers.
And you can't talk about Aston Villa without talking about John Duran.
John Duran, yeah.
I mean, this guy has been on fire,
Unbelievable.
scoring in every single start.
Every single one.
And with Ollie Watkins out,
Yeah?
with that Champions League injury,
Great.
I mean, there was a lot of pressure on Duran to deliver.
I mean, you can see Emery has so much faith in him.
Yeah.
And I think what's really fascinating is that Duran, he seems to really thrive as that lone striker.
Yeah.
Unlike Watkins, who prefers to have a partner up there with him.
Interesting.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if Emery is maybe shifting Aston Villa's attack.
Yeah.
Maybe moving to a more direct style of play.
Okay, so first half, it was kind of a chess match.
Yeah.
But the second half
Second half, oh my goodness.
explodes.
It's like fireworks.
I mean, Aston Villa come out all guns blazing
Yeah.
and almost right away,
Right? So
Emiliano Martinez pulls off this unbelievable save.
it was like something out of a movie.
No.
I mean, Dominguez with this point-blank header, and Martinez somehow gets a hand to it.
Unbelievable.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, commentators were comparing it to Gordon Banks' famous save against Pele.
Yeah.
You could feel the collective gasp in the stadium.
Oh, I bet.
It was unbelievable.
And that save, did it seem like it gave Villa this boost?
Yeah, it did.
But Forest, they didn't give up.
No.
They kept pushing, and then boom, they think they've scored.
Yeah.
Chris Wood taps it in.
And then that agonizing wait
Oh, that wait.
for the VAR decision.
And I know.
And they're like, no, offside
Offside.
by like millimeters.
Oh,
The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife.
Oh, I bet.
Absolutely.
And then Aston Villa, they take the lead.
Unbelievable.
Who else but John Duran with a powerful header?
Powerful header. I mean, it was his 21st birthday. What a present to himself.
I know.
His consistency is incredible.
It really is.
Aston Villa looked like they had weathered the storm.
Totally.
And then Nottingham Forest, well, they had other plans. It's crazy, though, because even after going down a goal, Forest didn't lose their composure.
No, they didn't.
You could really see that underdog spirit.
Yeah.
They kept their shape, they kept creating chances, and then it paid off.
It did. They weren't just, launching desperate attacks. They
No.
were playing smart, patient football, and then bam, they equalize.
Yeah, Milinkovic.
Nikola Milenkovic with a header.
A header, his second goal in 2 games.
That's right.
And, he's not really known as a goal scorer.
No.
He's usually solid at the back.
Yeah.
But lately, he's been a threat in the box, too.
Yeah, and that speaks to, how well-rounded Forest was playing. I mean, scoring from unexpected sources like that. It's like, that old saying, defense wins championships? Yeah.
But maybe it's more like, a good defense gives you the freedom to attack.
It does.
Because Forest knew they could rely on that back line.
Yeah.
It allows those midfielders and forwards to take more risks.
Exactly. And the crowd at the City Ground, I mean, they were electric.
Oh, I bet.
You could feel the momentum shifting.
You really could.
Forest had weathered that storm, and they were right back in it.
And I can only imagine, what it was like to be a Forest fan in that moment.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, down but not out, right?
Yeah.
And then those final minutes, I mean, come on.
Oh, my goodness. Talk about edge-of-your-seat stuff.
Both teams going for it, neither team willing to settle for a draw.
Yeah, it's like a heavyweight boxing match, just back and forth,
Yeah.
Punches being thrown.
Yeah.
Both teams had chances to deliver that knockout blow.
Oh, for sure.
Villa almost had it a couple of times.
They did.
But that Forest defense, I mean, they held strong.
They did. And then in stoppage time, the knockout punch lands.
I mean, Anderson dispossesses cash.
Hoops into cross. And Anthony Elanga, who came on as a sub, taps it in.
Game over.
I mean, the eruption at the City Ground.
Oh, yeah.
You could probably hear it for miles.
I bet.
And for Elanga,
Oh, man.
I mean, what a redemption moment.
Yeah.
He's been working so hard to get more playing time.
Yeah.
To make a bigger impact. And that goal in that moment,
Yeah.
it was pure magic.
It really was. And, he handled it with such class, too.
Yeah, he did.
In his post-match interview, he was talking about how he still needs to improve, how he's not a finished product.
It's so refreshing,
It really is.
Especially when you contrast it with Unai Emery. I mean, you could see the frustration. In the post-match press conference, he talked about how his team lost consistency in those last 20 minutes. And he was pretty blunt,
Yeah.
He said that they need to work on that if they want to be in the top 8.
Interesting.
It really shows the different mindsets. You've got Elanga, who's still hungry, still striving for more, even after scoring the winning goal.
Right.
And then you've got Emery, who's laser focused on maintaining standards, on making sure his team doesn't get complacent even after a Champions League win.
Okay, so let's step back for a second.
Okay.
And look at the bigger picture here.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest, a team predicted by many to be battling relegation,
Right.
is now sitting comfortably in the top 4.
Yeah.
That's not just a good result, that's a statement.
It really is.
Yeah.
It tells you that this season,
Yeah.
anything is possible.
It does.
It challenges the preseason prediction,
All those predictions.
the established hierarchy of the Premier League.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if we're witnessing a shift,
Ooh.
a changing of the guard,
Yeah.
with teams like Forest ready to challenge these traditional powerhouses.
Okay, so Forest is exceeding expectations.
Yeah.
But the big question is,
Right.
can they keep this up?
Yeah, can they really contend for a Champions League spot?
No.
That is the million-dollar question.
It is.
I mean, they've got the talent.
Yeah.
They've got the momentum.
Right.
And most importantly, they've got this belief,
Yeah.
this never-say-die attitude.
It's infectious.
Yeah, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a marathon, not a sprint.
That's right.
Can they sustain this level of intensity over 38 games?
It really makes you think about, the impact of all this off the pitch.
Oh, yeah.
You think about the city of Nottingham.
Right?
The fans.
The fans haven't seen their team in the Premier League for years.
I know. And now they're not just witnessing survival.
Huh.
They're seeing a real push.
For something special.
For something special, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a story that captures the imagination.
Yeah, it's about defying the odds.
Yeah.
Proving the doubters wrong.
For sure.
It gives that entire community something to rally behind, a sense of pride and excitement.
Yeah. And that energy.
It's a powerful force.
It really is. It really is. And it makes you wonder, right? What does this mean for Forest's future?
Right. Is this just a flash in the pan?
Yeah. Are they building something sustainable?
That's the question.
I mean, could this be the season where a team like Forest, built on grit and determination, really challenges that established order?
Well, one thing is certain. They've shown that they can compete with the best.
Yeah.
Remember, they've beaten big teams.
Yeah.
And they haven't just scraped by.
Right.
They've got a talented squad, a manager who seems to be getting the best out of them, and that all-important fan support.
And they've shown tactical flexibility.
They have.
I mean, Emery's Aston Villa.
Oh, they're a well-oiled machine.
They really are.
But Forest found a way.
They found a way
to disrupt them.
To impose their own style on the match.
Yeah, makes you think.
Yeah.
Maybe that tactical flexibility is the key in this era of the Premier League.
Interesting. It's like that old saying, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. I mean, Forest might not have the individual brilliance of some other teams, but they're playing as a unit, a collective force that's hard to break down.
Exactly, and that collective spirit, that never say die attitude, that's what could make all the difference in a tight race.
Absolutely.
Still early.
Yeah, of course.
But Nottingham Forest, they're showing us that anything is possible.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Our deep dive into Nottingham Forest's stunning victory over Aston Villa.
What a match.
I mean, a match that defied expectations and gave us a real glimpse into this team, a team that is punching above its weight.
Yeah, it's a story that reminds us why we love this game.
It does.
The drama, the passion.
Yeah.
The unpredictable nature of it all.
I know, it really does. And it leaves us with a question, a thought to ponder.
Right.
Could this be the season where tactical flexibility trumps individual brilliance?
Well, Forest's victory over that star-studded Villa side, it suggests it just might.
You were...
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have the ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're Bobby doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.